Hello, my name is Donna Gobrish. I am a licensed clinical social worker in private practice outpatient therapy for about 20 some years. I don't feel that old yet. And want to send a shout out to Emily Trapp for having this Women's Health Fair and presentations. So happy to help out. Let's see. I'm going to try to just roll with this, like no editing. She wants it to be conversational, so here goes. This is my first video presentation ever, so hopefully it's good. All right, but the first thing I need to let you all know as I give you some information, I mean, sure, they're facts and based on, evidence and research and clinical experience, but it would be unethical for me to give you medical advice or direction, or for you to take anything I say as law or that it's a fact for you. Gotta take any of this information and take it back to your medical doctor or nurse practitioner, whoever helps you with your medical needs, because basically mental health and medical health, it all belongs together. So if you do have any questions, you can possibly post. I'm new to this whole Facebook group thing, so post questions or just tell Emily you want to get a message to me, and I would be happy to chat with you or get you some more resources that you need. Okay, so one thing about this presentation might be a little bit different from some of the other ones, but I got some good stuff to tell you, and you probably really do want to write it down. So if you want to pause this, go get something to write with, piece of paper, scrap paper, put notes or memos in your phone or in your journal, any of those things. It's good information, good things to think about and try. And the other reason why it doesn't even matter if you never look at this piece of paper again. Part of our brain and part of learning is imprinting information. So when we write it down, it sticks in our brain better. Wish I would have known that back in elementary and middle school and so on, of why they make you do all the stuff you do. All right, couple things. There is so much to get to, and I know I won't be able to get to it all, but I'm going to talk about self-care and give you a little bit about the warning signs for overall mental health conditions. There's just not enough time because there's everything from, depression, anxiety, psychosis, bipolar, schizophrenia. There's a whole range of things. So maybe that'll be for a future talk. Okay, but first things I want you to know are some of the warning signs for a serious mental health, which is also medical condition, that you should really go talk to somebody about, especially your doctor, nurse practitioner, whoever provides your medical care. But if you have 2 or more of any of these specific symptoms, long-lasting sadness or irritability, we're talking most of the time several days into several weeks, like it's just not, your mood's just not lifting back, definitely go talk to somebody. If you have extremely highs or low moods, and that's kind of, not everybody's bipolar or manic depressive, but if we're looking for the humongous shifts of mood where, somebody might be, top of the world, not needing sleep for several days, spending money, being impulsive, and then it's usually followed by a very, very deep crash into depression, like can't get out of bed kind of stuff. So if you have any of those kind of mood swings, you need to talk to someone pretty quickly. Another symptom to watch for: excessive fear and worry and anxiety. And yes, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so that might be a separate little video all in itself. But if in general, if you feel like you are wired for just focusing in on every fear, every worry, like it's interfering with your day-to-day life, or friends and family don't even want to tell you anything because you will just worry or bother or bug them about it. Talk to someone. Social withdrawal. Like even if you weren't the most super social person before COVID, but if your world is getting smaller and the people you talk to, the things you do, that's an important thing, especially if you have one of the other symptoms, you should get checked out. And the other major thing that affects our mental health and our mood and our physical well-being, any dramatic change in your sleep or eating habits. So that means if we can all have a bad night's sleep. We generally recover over the next couple days. But if you are having several days a week that you can't sleep or you're sleeping way too much, it's probably time to talk to somebody about that. And the other most severe symptom of any mental health condition is suicidal thinking. And that can lead to people to take their own lives. My understanding through my training and my experience with helping people is that if you've already experienced that terrible loss in your life or family or friends, they didn't do it to be selfish. Like, they were in pain. They were literally not in their right minds. That's the best way I can put that. So the thing is, if you ever kind of just wonder about someone and think maybe you wonder if they've had those thoughts, please ask them. Nobody will get the idea to commit suicide just by you asking. You asking may not save their life, but it might get them to talk. And so maybe then they won't do it. So that is all important to know. And plenty of internet resources, but there is one screening form. Some doctors' offices, a lot of doctors' office uses it. It's called the PHQ-9 form. And it's just a questionnaire. You can print it out, or your doctor's office might give it to you to fill out there. That can help you and your medical professional have a conversation about mood. All right. So the three main things that will affect our mental health and mood. And you can jot this part down if you want, but it's sleep, exercise, and what we eat. Now, nobody's perfect at this. Well, some people are, and good for them. But many of us, we're women. We're already predisposed to having more emotional issues and things like that because of our lovely hormones, which we'll touch on. But sleep, exercise, and what we eat. One good thing from a sleep specialist, Grander is his last name, University of Arizona, 30, 30, and 3. So if it takes you more than 30 minutes to fall asleep or get back asleep for 3 nights or more a week, you might have a sleep problem that you should be discussing. Some other medical things like sleep apnea, that can also affect mood, and that can affect other health conditions as well. Exercise. I know I don't get enough of it, but it is crucial to our mental health. It has been proven that because it releases the natural endorphins, you kind of feel that little bit of lift or a little bit of a high, not on drugs or anything, that natural high after exercising, because that's those endorphins kicking in, and natural opiates that we have in our system, and that helps improve our mood. It's been proven. It also can help us sleep better, and it can also help us think better and concentrate and focus and learn better as well. So even 10 minutes a day, just trying to do something along those lines. And the other part about eating is important. Now, we're all going to have a French fry. We just probably shouldn't have them every day. But trying to eat some healthy things some of the time, that's going to get you further on a better track with your mental health. Because, I mean, the best way that it was pointed out to me in a conference was if all you do is eat junk or crap, like junky food, then you're going to make junky cells. And so then what's the brain supposed to do with that? So we're really not doing it any favors. It's I don't know how much it's hurting us, but it's definitely not helping us. And that's why it's important to do. So try to get some nutrients in your day-to-day the best you can. Nobody's perfect. So sleep, exercise, and eating, those are some of the mainstays with our health. And I'm going to stop there because this we're going to call part 1 of the mental health talk. So stay tuned for another video if you're finding this helpful, for more of the plans of what are some different techniques, what are some things that can help you. Thanks.